very brutal market that we're currently experiencing, right? So as of now, BTC is dumping into $104,580. ETH below $3,500. Really, really ugly. Solana below $161. They're trading below the open close of their previous weekly key levels. Now, I honestly thought yesterday was going to be the end of the bleed. We start bouncing from there. But a lot has happened during US time last night. Okay. And that, I think, set the tone for how Asian traders are doing right now. And I think we're seeing a lot of these sell-offs as a continuation of what happened yesterday. So guys, pay attention. Insiders are selling fast. Not necessarily Bitcoin insiders. What sort of insiders are we talking about? We're talking about stock market insiders. We're talking about AI market insiders. Okay? Because big news as of yesterday. So I'm sure you've already heard of this. Amazon closes at record deal after $38 billion OpenAI deal with Amazon. All right, this is a very big deal because it's one of OpenAI's biggest moves away from Microsoft, which was the company's exclusive cloud provider until earlier this year. The partnership gives OpenAI the flexibility to scale infrastructure through 2026 and beyond. And a couple of hours ago, Palantir lifts 2025 sales outlook after posting strong quarterly growth. Dude, really, really strong earnings. Beated market expectation. And not to mention, Palantir and NVIDIA team up to operationalize AI, turning enterprise data into dynamic decision intelligence. You have so many bullish news coming from the AI markets, yet we're seeing NASDAQ, NQ dipping. With all these news coming in, why are we not seeing NASDAQ pumping to new all-time high, right? I mean, we are currently in all-time high, but after seeing such headlines such as these, you would expect to see NQ making even newer highs, maybe even breaking towards 26,500. Yet we're seeing the complete opposite, all right? And especially recently, this correlates with Bitcoin because I think Bitcoin, especially during US markets, the price action is almost one-to-one Bitcoin price action and tech stocks price action, right? If NASDAQ is going to cough, Bitcoin will sneeze, okay? Look, 4 hour for Bitcoin. Last night, hella brutal, right? Last night, hella brutal. This candle from NQ, all right? NASDAQ cough, Bitcoin sneeze, Ethereum and all the other altcoins tripped and fall. All right, had a fever, really, really bad, close to death. All right, why? Why is this happening? Because I think, all right, insiders are selling the news, right? They bought the rumor, then they're selling the news. Check this out. Shows you top insider trading recent week. You see all of these, I don't even know who they are, but they're directors, CEOs, officers, executive chairman, CTOs, president, EVP research, continuously selling over the past weeks. Like, look at that, right? Off of the Palantir earnings, look at top 10% owner trading recent week. Lilly Endowment, 10% owner, sold. How much? 260 mil, $258 million worth of shares. November 3rd, yesterday. Right. What we're seeing is the repercussions of insiders selling the news of really bullish news headlines of all of these amazing AI deals. And this is exactly why I think, yeah, we're dumping now, but long term, we're still going to pump, okay? I think this will be the first time in history we break the 4-year cycle and that we're going to continue creating new all-time highs for Bitcoin. We're not stopping at 126K, okay? These are all reasons why the market is not going down. You have so much flows This is signaling not just like for this year, this is signaling multi-year capital and revenue growth for these big techs, and stronger equity, right, spills over into crypto risk appetite. We're just seeing a bit of a lag right now for Bitcoin, right? Yet again, as I've said, we need to wait for government shutdown to end, which is really fucking funny, by the way, because yesterday, this morning, a couple of Fed members, FOMC members were speaking, and they were yapping about interest rates. They're throwing the ideas of inflation yet again. Before it was labor market, but now we're not getting any data regarding labor market, and they're just saying, let's just focus on our 2% goal on inflation. Bro, like what? Why? Huh? I see you loaded up your short position. What's your name? Dali? Macklem? So I'm saying, it's so much noise in the market, but the stars are aligning. Look, once everything clears up, we're going to see BTC start soaring up. And in terms of the market structure, we're still defending, right? I mean, now, not so good. Okay, we've lost our first level of defense. Holy shit, let's not use the Bybit one. Let's use the Binance one. We have lost our first line of defense, which was the weekly open close of August and September. The bearish to bullish, we marked this as a key level. We're now trading below it. And I've said in yesterday's live stream, we need to reclaim this in US market last night, which we didn't. We closed below it, and I think it's expected today will either close red again, or even if we come back to close bullish, it better close above $108,200. If we don't get a close above that, then as I've said, we're sticking to the plan that this is our new range. Okay, which key level is this one? Let me check one more time. Daily, it would be the daily one. So we're trading below this bearish to bullish key level right here. So effectively, that means our range is here. Okay. Now, even if we don't look at market structure, I think there are a lot of committed players still leaning towards new all-time high for Bitcoin. There's still strong bids and limit orders. People placing multi-million-dollar limit orders, but just lower, right? BTC testing critical point of control level at around 107K. Break below triggers mean reversion to untested liquidity imbalance zone at around 103K to 97K. Order flow shows bid liquidity concentrated at 103K to 97K, suggesting market makers are positioning for this retracement. And this is in line with our plan, right? Our last line of defense would be 100K. Just by looking at the weekly bearish to bullish key level close right here, this is our last line of defense. And what we don't want to see is 2 consecutive weekly closes below 100K, because then that suggests that here would be the new range. And that's not what we want to see. So if we do get price coming towards 100K or even as low as 97K, we want to see price absorb very strongly from there. Like you want to see that V-shaped recovery if price dips towards 100 or 97K, right? If price comes there, we better see strong absorption climbing back up. That way, at least the first battle that we need to go through, if this does in fact happen, it's just the base case scenario, we range here, right? This is the range that we're going to be playing, okay? So don't panic if you see BTC dip to 100K or even as low as 97K. If that does happen, it's crucial in the next few minutes, preferably, but even in the next hour, absorb back up, then we range inside here. All right, so that's the game plan. But all in all, you got QT ending confirmed December 1st, which could potentially mark the start of QE, right? It's not promised we'll get QE, but at least we have good news. QT is ending. The feds will stop selling their assets, right? What we want to see most next is them start buying more assets. But hey, baby steps, baby steps. This coupled with the AI market thriving, right? We're not just talking about hype here. We're looking at their earnings. The strength of their revenue growth is undeniably real. Okay, I know this firsthand because I me being kind of cheap, subscribe to multiple AI platforms, right? I'm sure you guys have subscribed to multiple AI platforms. Dude, I'm addicted to using Grok Imagine. All right, just make me those 5-second whatever. Think of anything, just put an image there. They make you that stuff. Dude, real utilities that get you hooked in seconds, right? That's why I don't think it's kind of far-fetched that OpenAI's valuation is overvalued, right? $1 trillion. They can set the price, dude. It's AI era, bro. This is the start of the AI era. Okay? So we just need to survive the short-term noise and don't over leverage when you trade. Especially now. You can certainly use leverage to scalp. Just make sure you know where your invalidation points are. Look, these past few weeks have been very peaceful for me because I know immediately where my invalidations are when I scalp, right? All right. So my name is Ron. Shanana.